Hey everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It is about 4:40 on June 4th, 2013, and we're going to look at the S&P chart. Before we do so, I just need to remind you that the website and the video are for educational purposes only, and nothing stated at the site or in the video is intended to be used as investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I'm not a licensed financial professional. I'm just a guy who draws lines on charts. So let's take a look. Okay, looking at a 15-minute chart, you can see I've made a change. And the change I made is the inclusion of this lower line right here, because something looks a little fishy about what I'm seeing, and I'm wondering if maybe the call of this being a triangle might have been missing the larger picture that may be developing as we get a little bit more data. And I'm not sure that's the case either. One thing we did see happen today that we were expecting, and that was this line right here serving as resistance. That we did get some follow-through buying early in the session that then quickly gave way to selling. What was also interesting is I made mention of this little line right here on yesterday's chart, and I said, I don't really know whether that line's going to mount to a hill of beans or not. And I did not budge that line. I did not move it one lick. And that is where we got to bounce. So, be it I'm good or lucky, it doesn't matter. But it's really interesting that that's where we got that bounce. Now, in defense of those who would say you were lucky, I'm fine with that. And to their defense, you can see that we did also bounce at pretty much the same level where we got a bounce yesterday. So this could be setting up as a bull flag. Now, the good news is that we have a very easy way to know if this is setting up as a bull flag, and that is this top line. If the S&P were to rally or maybe have another twist and turn in between this line and this line, then take this one out, then we did not have a triangle so much as we had a bull flag. So, but until this line gets taken out, then the downward bias obviously would be intact. Another thing that happened today that I think was kind of interesting, if we look at it on a 2-minute chart, and we draw a line across some of these little minor tops that took place earlier in the day, what do you see? Well, you see a break over that line late in the session that found resistance at our yellow line that also broke again. So, just an interesting day. But what I saw leads me to believe that we may be seeing a leg up and then a little corrective move down in the form of a descending wedge bull flag. That if it breaks out, then this market goes up for another leg up. Very similar to what we saw back in the middle of April, only probably, obviously already a larger downward trend, because we've been in this overall pattern for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. That's significantly longer than any downward trend that we've seen so far since our mid-November low in this larger pattern that has been taking us up. So, and by the way, if this wedge is just totally out to lunch and I'm wrong on this, then this lower line could give way. At which point I would still expect support around the high 1590s to the 1600 level. And I'll be honest with you, this interpretation seems to make a little bit more sense in light of some of the individual stock charts that I've been following lately. So guys, I think that's about it, really. We got our expected resistance on this line, okay? But we have yet to reach this 1600-ish level, and it could be that that level is not reached for a while if we continue to just kind of slowly sell down in a descending wedge pattern. Let's see if that's what plays out. So once again, we're in a position to where every line that is below the close is a line where we would expect support, and every line that is above the close is a line that we would expect resistance. And again, that plays out with this slightly altered version of what might be going on here. So really the difference is, instead of calling this a triangle that would produce a breakdown and then a hard target of 1600 that would likely be met in fairly swift fashion, we may be seeing the downside target come about in a more slow and controlled chain of actions and reactions. So guys, there's your video for June 4th, 2013. Let's see if this line continues as support and if this line continues as resistance. And if it does, then we would be looking for an eventual break of this top line and then a new leg up. Thank you for your time and thank you for your support. Take care. Let's see what's in store for the rest of this week.